we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As they run right now on the track. Looks like we're going to advance to our session. So that's going to give the quick time to Braden Eiler, the Dirt Racing Network quick time. His was at 14.401, the quick time here in week number 1. Maybe that was a little practice session. Now we're going to get into qualifying.
They're saying your audio is not coming through.
Yeah, I think I had it.
Make sure you're
muted.
Okay.
So, once again, had the mic muted. We're getting ready here for week number 1 of the Dirt Slingers 410 Outlaw Series. And we're in the Dirt Racing Network quick time qualifying on track right now. We are looking at Kevin Click. Mason Hannigan has jumped to the top of the board. Thank you for being with me. Or correction, actually Josh Stanky at the top of the board right now with an 11:36 was his last lap time. His best was an 11.05. Few cars still on track running some laps. We're going to try to go around the track, see if we can find a couple. There's a few cars. Go to our blimp view here. You can see Ernie Williams Jr. ending his time. Adam Elby comes in at a 10.999. So if you missed that audio, because I think I had it paused a little bit, we had a great prayer by the Foley boys and the national anthem. Now we're just looking around the track a little bit as we are in the middle of the Dirt Racing Network quick time qualifying here in week 1 of the Dirt Slingers 410 Outlaw Series. I am your host, Dom Santina. I'm going to be in the booth with you tonight. You might periodically hear our league president, Roger Wagner, jumping in from time to time if he gets a minute to come in the booth. If not, I'll have your coverage all night long here in week number 1. From qualifying, Adam Elby at the top, Josh Stanky second, Merriman third, Kevin Click fourth, Gregory Lammy 5. Let me click on the right thing here. John Batista 6th, James Edmonds 7th, Jason Randolph 8th, Mason Hannigan 9th, and Braden Eiler 10th. We're winding down the last few seconds here of our qualifying, and if this is the way it's going to stay, Adam Elby will pick up the quick time qualifier here in week number 1. We were running a few practice laps earlier. And this should end it. So that means Adam Elby will pick up the Dirt Racing Network quick time here in week number 1. That'll set him up good for his heat race. And he's actually going to come up right here in the heat race number 1. We'll start to set the grid as they start to check into the server here. For our first heat, they'll start gridding out on the track. We'll get the top 10 off the screen as a few cars now have come into the server, or into the race here in heat 1. There they are. So let's check out the grid here for heat race number 1. On the inside in the 74, that is Adam Elby, your quick time qualifier. This is the Waggy and Casey, the I-55 Lawyers heat race number 1. Starting on the pole is Elby. And on his outside will be the Alkaline 88 Brent Marks Sim Racing Team from Ontario, Ohio. That'll be the 25 of Kevin Click. In row number 2, on the inside in the 52, will be James Edmonds. And on his outside, for Elbows Up Sim Sport, Roofco Wickard Energy from Franklin, Pennsylvania, the 18 of Braden Eiler. On row 3 on the inside, starting 5th, is the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. And on his outside for Black Diamond Motorsports, UDTV 19 Design, Tim Sims from Sellersburg, Indiana. That's the 36 of Nathan Davis. And in row 4, on the inside, you have the 90 of Trevor Royer, and on his outside for Kinsler Racing Sim Team, MVT, Wicked Cushion, and from Waverly, Nebraska, that's the 11 of Cole Newhoffen, and we are green flag racing. Mike Henninger did not make the call, so we're already into lap number 1. And right off the start, Adam Elby jumping out to that early race lead. You see him down there in the 74 car, and it's going to be some quick laps here tonight, folks. 11-second laps. So these 10 laps here in heat race number 1 going to go by pretty quick. Top 5 to the straight to the A main. So that means 3 of these guys will not advance. You see right there, Adam Elby working, and right behind him, James Eden and Kevin Click battling it out for second and third. We'll jump back here. Ernie Williams and Nathan Davis hold the 4th and 5th place spot. Top 3 already broke away by quite a bit as we're already halfway through this heat race. We've got a caution on the racetrack. Let's see, I believe it was Braden Eiler. His car's down pit road. We'll go back and look a few seconds. Yep, there it is right there. Going back on replay. We'll go back just a little bit farther, see what exactly happened. Here comes Eiler working into the corner, gets a little contact, spins it around, and then gets piled on by the 8. Not seeing an 8 on my screen, so not exactly sure who that was. But some contact there for Eiler. It's going to send him down pit road. And we'll have to get things reset and ready to go. About halfway through our heat race number 1. Adam Elby has controlled it from start to this recent caution. And we'll get set and ready to go. Green flag in the air. Adam Elby out front once again. Working on the inside there with James Eden. '74 car making his way around the track. And another caution on the racetrack. Looks like Cole Newhoffen involved in this one. Yep, spun around, and Ernie Williams Jr. going to be involved in that one as well. Bringing out our latest caution here, second one on the night, with just 3 laps left to go here in heat race number 1. We'll jump back up and take a look at our race leader, Adam Elby, followed by the 52. Of James Edens, or Edens, excuse me. Here we go, green flag back in the air. We only got 5 cars left on the racetrack, so that means all 5 cars are going to advance straight to the A main. Just a matter of what order they're going to go. As you saw, the 52 of Edens getting into the wall, the 25 of Kevin Click starting to try to make a run here for the race lead. Kevin Click up to that second position and on the charge. Checkered flag in the air. Adam Elby going to take the race win. Kevin Click second. Edens third. Rounding out your top 3, that was your Waggy and Casey Heat 1 winner, Adam Elby, taking the race win. And we'll get set here for race number 2. Gridding out already. This is the Tim Sims Heat Race number 2 starting lineup. Starting on the inside for Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims, Ultimate Dirt TV, and Onyx Design from Plymouth, Wisconsin. That is the 80 of Josh Stanky. And on his outside for Team SSR Elite School of Sim Racing from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. That's the 99 of Gregory Lammy. On his outside, or in row 2, for Casey's General Stores from Des Moines, Iowa, that's the 47 of Jason Randolph on his outside. For Team CEDI, Cognitive Warriors and Wicked Energy Gum from New York, New York, that's the 97 of Matthew Henninger. In row 3, from Bismarck, North Dakota, for the 047, that's Devin Butts. And on his outside, for Hammerhead Sim Racing, Hobstadt, Indiana's Indiana Race Parts Midwest 292 of Peyton Grease. And rounding out the field as we come to the green flag for Pennsylvania Dirt Devils, Edge Marketing Racecast in Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania. That's the 35 of Eric Coyle, and on his outside, the 31 of Tim Nichols. Green flag already in the air. Race going pretty fast here tonight as we make our way around the racetrack, working on lap number 2 already. Out in the lead, it is the 80 of Josh Stanky trying to take heat race number 2. In second is Jason Randolph. Third, as Gregory Lammy jumps up that time. We're going to take a look back at these two doing battle. Lammy and Randolph going head-to-head here in heat race number 2 for that second and third spot. Henninger in fourth, Butts in fifth. Butts holds that final transfer spot as we take a look back at him. Then it's Coyle, Grease, and Nicholas, the running order, as we're already almost halfway home here in heat race number 2. We said these laps go fast, 11-second laps, and we are working on it already. Looking back in the pack here. Working on 5 to go. Looking at the 47 of Devin Butts. He's your final transfer spot. And you saw right there as we're looking at him. Coyle jumps up, tries to take that spot right back from him. They're doing battle for the 4th and 5th spot. Here comes the 47 trying to work the top side. So Coyle got that final spot. Josh Stanky still out front. A little contact there as we took that view away between Coyle and Butts. That's going to drop him back. Peyton Grease able to slide up into that 5th place spot. So coming to the white flag this time, it's Josh Stanky out front, followed by Gregory Lammy. Lammy with a run down the backstretch, contact. Lammy going to steal it on the top side. Did he take the win? Yes, he did. He took the Tim Sims Heat Race 2 winner. Gregory Lammy, Stanky second, Randolph third, Henninger and Grease all advancing straight to the A main. The rest will have to go through our LCQs later on tonight, and we'll get set for heat race number 3, gridding out already. We're going to get ready to go. On the inside for the Edmond Trophy Company heat race number 3. On the inside from Dayton, Ohio, that's the 010 of Cameron Merriman. And on his outside for Black Diamond Motorsports from Ellington, Florida, and Ultimate Dirt TV, the 54 of John Batista. In row 2 for another Black Diamond Motorsports Tim Sim Styles BMRS from Pittsburgh, Indiana. That's the one of Mason Hannigan. And on his outside is the 22 of Alec Szerzynski. In row number 3, on the inside from Swindell Speed Labs from Mount Airy, North Carolina, that's the 00 of Kendall Tucker. And on his outside, Swindell Speed Lab Esports Fast 4 Media from Loomis, California, that's the 5 of Rusty Kruger. And on his and in row 4 on the inside is the 28 of Zach Rounds. And supposed to be on the outside, but not making the call, is Scott King for Team SKD and SKD King's Color and Chrome. Telly Lake Vet and Fast Wings from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, not making the call. So 7 cars ready to go here in heat race number 3. A quick 10 laps about to go down, and we are about to go green. This time out of turns 3 and 4, Cameron Merriman and John Batista going to lead us to the green flag. Hannigan looking to the inside on the restart right away. And it's going to be Cameron Merriman pulling the early race lead out of 1 and 2, but followed closely by John Batista. Batista going to go a lane and a half lower, trying to make something work through 3 and 4. Couldn't make it happen. It's Merriman, Batista, Kruger, Rounds, and Szerzynski. Working on lap number 2 of 10. Now 3 of 10 as we make our way around. Only 2 cars not going to make it directly to the A main here in heat race number 3. We got a caution on the racetrack. We got a caution on the racetrack. Looking at a few things. Scott King did not make the call. Got to see, not quite sure who it was in that caution. But we got our first caution here of heat race number 3. We got a car move into the back. Check and see who that was. Maybe someone getting an EOL penalty. Looks like the 28 is Zach Rounds. So Zach Rounds probably bringing out, one of the reasons bringing out that caution. Not going to go take a look back at it just quite yet because the pace truck's already pulling off. And we're going to get ready to go green flag racing once again. Coming out of 3 and 4 this time, Cameron Merriman going to lead us to the start-finish line. There we go. Back in the gas we go. Cameron Merriman going to try to hold off the rest of the field. Got a car spun around backwards. And that Kendall Tucker, possibly. Let's go back and look, see if something happens. He's getting his car refired, so he definitely was involved. Let's go back and see if anything happened earlier on. So he's involved right there. Let's go back a little farther. Looks like Zach Rounds again. They're going to come out. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. Restart underway. They come into turns 1 and 2. Yep, got tacked by Zach Rounds. That's going to bring out the caution. So we caught that one. Don't know if maybe there was a little bit more to that we didn't see from the first caution, but we'll find out. They'll go to the back of the field, and we'll get set once again. Pace light trucks, the lights on the pace truck are still on. So we're going to wait just a little bit longer before we go green flag racing. Now they have gone out. He's going to dive off pit road. Or dive onto pit road, and we'll get ready to go. Cameron Merriman going to try to lead us to the green flag once again, almost halfway through. 5 laps left to go here in heat race number 3. Into the wall goes John Batista, pile up behind him. Cameron Merriman was going to run away and hide, but not before another caution. And this one was a big one. We're going to go back and look at it here. Let's go back and see what happened. John Batista gets into that outside wall, jumps the cushion, and then it's just a pile up behind him. I think Alan Cernsky, I'm going to pronounce this wrong all night. Szerzynski got into the back of him there after Batista jumped the cushion and got into the wall. And he's on pit road right now. But Cameron Merriman's out front once again. 5 cars left on the racetrack. So it's Merriman, Szerzynski, Hannigan is my scoring and timing update. Kruger and Tucker. Those 5 right now shown on the racetrack would advance. And we're green flag racing once again. Cameron Merriman hoping this time they can finish this thing out with 5 to go. He's had enough of the restarts. Can we keep it green? Coming to 4 to go now. Cameron Merriman pulling out on the rest of the field. Good battle in the back here. Kendall Tucker, Mason Hannigan jumping up. Szerzynski having a little bit of trouble. Falling back to 4th. So Hannigan to 2nd, Tucker to 3rd, Szerzynski 4th, Kruger 5th. Final lap, and we'll crown the Edmond Trophy Company heat race number 3 winner. Cameron Merriman will take the win. Mason Hannigan 2nd, Tucker 3rd, Szerzynski 4th, Kruger 5th. They're going to advance rounds. Batista and Scott King all going to have to go to the LCQ later on, but we're going to get set and start going here with gridding heat race number 4. or actually we're going to jump to the B main. No heat race number 4. So B main gridding out on the racetrack right now. Looks like we should have about 10 cars in the field, and we're going to start gridding out who's going to be out there. On the inside of row number 1 will be the 11 of Cole Newhoffen, and to his outside will be the 047 of Devin Butts. Row number 2 on the inside, the 54 of John Batista, and starting 4th, the 91 of Ernie Williams. Row number 3 on the inside, and starting in the 5th position, the 35 of Eric Coyle. To his outside, the 28 of Zach Rounds. Row number 4 on the inside. Well, we've got to catch up here with my grid. Row number 4 on the inside will be the 18 of Braden Eiler, and on his outside, 031 of Tim Nichols, excuse me. And we're supposed to have Scott King and Mike Henninger in here. Don't think they're going to make the call. Braden Eiler not going to make it either. So 8 of the 10 cars, it looks like we have 7. So we're going to get ready to go here with our B main. We took 3 from each heat race, or we took 5 from each heat race. Expect to take about 5 here as well. We'll have a 3-minute warm-up session and a pole dash. Green flag in the air, and we are racing. Cole Newhoffen jumping out to the early race lead in that 8 car, trying to get that easy ticket to the main. Looks like Braden Eiler just made the call, sneaking in. So we have 8 cars making it, but Eiler's going to have to make his way up. You see him. We're going 12 laps here. If you look up just ahead of Cole Newhoffen, we'll go on board just to give you a perspective here real quick. But if you look up, you can see Braden Eiler there in the corner coming out of it right now. We got a caution on the racetrack, so we'll jump back out, see what happened. And it looks like it might be Eiler bringing out the caution. We'll see what we got for replay here real quick. Going into the corner, trying to make up time. Does he get into something? Nope, wasn't anything to do with Braden Eiler. Maybe they're letting him catch back up. Not quite sure what the caution was there, but we do have a caution as we had just completed 3 laps. Pace truck came out there. You could see it, and we'll catch up with the field. To give you a perspective, as we're back green flag racing, Cole Newhoffen in the race lead. Devin Butts in second, Zach Rounds in third. Eric Coyle 4th, Ernie Williams 5th. That's your top 5. We're going to jump back here to Ernie Williams in that final transfer spot. In that 91 car. Making his way around. Halfway home here in the B main. And it's getting quite busy back here. A little contact there between Rounds and Coyle right in front of Ernie Williams. That's going to allow Williams to go around Coyle. Coyle now dropping quick, and there's contact. Ernie Williams into the wall. He's upside down on his side. Caution on the racetrack, and we saw it right there on camera. Let's go back and take another replay in case you missed it. Here comes Ernie Williams out of the corner. Coyle, like we said, had made contact with Rounds. They come out of the corner. They make a little bit more contact. There's the initial contact. As they come into the corner, Coyle going to come out of it. And let's see what happens. Does Rounds get together? Nope. Ernie Williams goes into the wall all by himself, hits that outside wall, comes out of 4, hits that outside retaining wall, and flips his car over. And that's going to bring out the first caution. We'll jump back up to the start of the field. Still, Cole Newhoffen in the lead in that red 8 car, followed by Devin Butts in second. Zach Rounds back here in that black 28 car in third. Coyle in fourth. And holding on to that final spot now is going to be John Batista. Batista getting in there. Looks like we're about ready to go back racing here and try to finish these final 4 laps. Cole Newhoffen on the throttle. Here we go. Making his way around the racetrack. Like I said, this night just blowing by super fast. Short racetrack, 10-second laps, 11-second laps. Looks like we got another car slowed back there in the back of the pack. Might not bring out a caution, though. Maybe he was just down on the inside line. That might have been Braden Eiler trying to make it work. Cole Newhoffen's car looks pretty fast here in this B main, though. 10.6 seconds, his best lap. His last lap, he ran a 10.7. Checkered flag in the air. The B main presented by Wicked Cushion Esports is going to go to Cole Newhoffen. And that's going to get set for our pole dash. It'll be our Scott King Designs pole dash. And then we'll get set with our Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature. We're going to get the cars on track to make our pole dash. Looks like we got Adam Elby, Kevin Click, Mason Hannigan, Josh Stanky coming in. Got him on camera already. There's Mason Hannigan in the 1. You can see him close to the wall. Kevin Click in the 25. You got Adam Elby in the 74. Gregory Lammy in the 99 pulling up. Cameron Merriman jumping up here in the 10. Here he comes. And you got Josh Stanky there in the 80. So we got 6 cars ready to go. This will decide our starting grid for our feature here later on tonight. That'll be coming up after a quick warm-up session. It looks like it's going to be Cameron Merriman on the inside. They're going to go 6 laps around. Green flag in the air, and Merriman hard on the throttle, gets a great advantage. He's going to pull up quickly on everyone else. Merriman in the lead. Going to look back here. There's Lammy on the outside. You can see the 74 there of Adam Elby trying to work that bottom line. He's in third. And then it's Kevin Click in fourth. And then we'll take a look back. Stanky and Hannigan battling it out for fourth and fifth. Hannigan using that bottom line, trying to get around Stanky. It's Cameron Merriman. Let me tell you, man, this guy is a quick race car driver. Put him out here on a track like a fast one and short one like this 10-second laps. He's going to be a tough guy to deal with. He's clicking off the laps. He's checked out on the field. He is gone. This is the Scott King Design pole dash. Cameron Merriman, he's basically got this one in the bag. Just count this as practice laps. And there it is. He takes the pole dash win. The Scott King Design pole dash coming across in second is Gregory Lammy. Then it looks like Josh Stanky might have got around as well. And Adam Elby. Then Kevin Click and Mason Hannigan. Either way, that's going to round it out. It was Cameron Merriman getting set and winning our Scott King Design pole dash. We're going to take a quick second to thank a couple of our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to have our Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature right here on the Dirt Racing Network. All right, welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network. You're getting a live view of the last few seconds of our practice session before we go racing here with our Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature. Thank you to our sponsors, Tim Sims, and of course the Dirt Racing Network right here in our leagues, the Dirt Slingers Racing League, and our president, Roger Wagner. We're going to get ready for the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature. It's going to be 40 green flag laps, 20 cars, and the starting lineup determined by heat races, consolation races, and the pole dash for starting positions. We'll pull up the top 3 post-race to give them a little post-race interview and congratulate them on making the podium. Looks like they're going to advance the session. We're going to get ready to go here at Fairbury for week number 1. We've made it through our 3 heat races. We've made it through our B main. Now it's time for the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw A main. And we're going to grid out on the field the top 6 spots determined by our pole dash. They took the top 2 cars from each heat race, put them on the track, raced them just a few seconds ago, and we're going to get ready to show you how they're going to stack up. It's going to be on the inside, on the pole. It's going to be Cameron Merriman. On his outside, the 74 of Adam Elby. On row 2 on the inside, the 99 of Gregory Lamy. And on his outside, the 80 of Josh Danke. He'll be starting number 4. On row number 3 to the inside, the 25 of Kevin Glick. And on his outside, the 36 of Nathan Davis. Row number 4. On the inside, number 1, Mason Hannigan. To the outside, the 54 of John Batista. Row number 5. On the inside, the 5 of Rusty Kruger. To his outside, starting 10th, the 52 of James Edens. Row number 6, starting 11th on the inside, Devin Butts. To his outside, Kendall Tucker in the 00. Oh, looks like we might be redoing this. I might have jumped ahead a little bit. Let's reset the grid here for a second. And we'll go through this again. I think we had it right, though. Cameron Merriman will be starting on the pole. So we're going to jump through the top 6. It's going to be James Eden starting 7th. Jason Randolph starting 8th. Alec Szerzynski starting 9th. Nathan Davis starting 10th in the 36. Starting 11th, the 97 of Matthew Henninger. And on his outside, the 000 of Kendall Tucker. 13th, Trevor Royer. 14th, the 292 of Peyton Grease. Starting 15th, Rusty Kruger in the 5. And starting on his outside, the 11 of Cole Newhoffen. Starting 17th, the 047 of Devin Butts, and on his outside, the 28 of Zach Rounds. Starting 19th, the 35 of Eric Coyle, and on his outside, the 54 of John Batista. Might have to reset these first couple spots, so apologize about that lineup, but we have it set now. Top 6, I'll give it to you once they reset. I can guarantee you, though, Cameron Merriman will be on the pole. I think we had those 6 right originally off the start, but we will let it catch up and get to them here in a second. Give you a good view. They're going to run a couple laps to reset the order. We'll see that 010 pull up to that pole position. And let me tell you, folks, when you let Cameron Merriman start on the pole, you saw it in the pole dash. It's a scary sight to be seen. He started checking out in just 6 laps. Imagine what 40 laps can do. So the green flag is going to come out right here, but this will not be the start of the race. They're going to reset the order right here. You see Cameron Merriman moving his way up to the front. Braden Eiler moving back. Going to reset things. So here comes the 99. Yep, so we had it right off the start with the first 6, as I mentioned. And then after that, we got a little scrambled up, but we're going to get it reset. So on the inside will be Cameron Merriman, then Gregory Lamy to his outside. Adam Elby will be starting in the 3rd spot. But we're going to give you a 4 wide salute, the best sight in all of dirt racing in honor of the fans. 4 wide one time around this track, and then they'll put it back in double file action. We'll get ready to go for hopefully, well, it will be 40 green flag laps, but hopefully there are 40 consecutive green flag laps. We've seen quite a few cautions here in week number 1. Let's hope we got it out of their system and ready to go. Green flag racing here in week number 1. The Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature. Cameron Merriman, Gregory Lammy going to lead us to the green flag. Right behind them, Kevin Click, Adam Elby, and then Josh Stanky, Mason Hannigan. Your 6 pole dash cars, and then we gave you the rest of the field later on down the back. Here we go. Going to get ready to go. Cameron Merriman going to lead us and be the restart car on the inside in that 010 black, red, and white car. Coming out of turn 4 this time. Green flag in the air. Here we go, and Merriman with a great jump right away. Cameron Merriman going to jump out to the start. I said it's a bad thing when you let him start on the pole. He's one fast driver, and you give him an advantage. We got a car spinning sideways already in the back, and that's going to bring out a caution. Got quite a few cars pulling off already. Don't know who it was that spun around. We're going to try to catch it. Peyton Grease, possibly. I don't know. Not seeing anyone in specifically. My timing and scoring's messing up. Kendall Tucker, maybe? Did he pull off? No, Kendall Tucker's right there. So not sure exactly who it was. Zach Rounds? Zach Rounds? Possibly could have been. Not quite sure, though. We've seen Josh Stanky right there and Kendall Tucker. So timing and scoring is going through a whole fun little update for me right now. So trying to figure out who it is. The one thing I can tell you, Cameron Merriman's out front. He was your pole sitter. He jumped out to the early race lead. I think we completed half a lap or maybe got a lap or 2 in before the caution actually came out. So we're going to jump ahead, get ready to go. Green flag racing once again. Green flag back in the air, Cameron Merriman. Your race leader, not as good of a restart this time. Adam Elby timed him up. We'll see what'll happen. Hopefully, I jinxed it right off the start, calling for 40 green flag laps. Well, that's already out the window, but look at the battle back here for second, third, and fourth. 3 wide through 1 and 2 that time. Here they are again. Adam Elby's pulled away, but now it's Kevin Click, Gregory Lammy, and James Edens battling it out. Great action right here in the back of the pack. Looks like Lammy into the outside wall. That's going to let Edens and Click catch back up to him. 40 laps we got to run. We're only about 6 in. So we got 34 to go. Contact there between Edens and Click. Battling it out. Look out. Here comes a car on the bottom. That looks like Mason Hannigan, and here he comes. Mason Hannigan trying to make his way up. Right now, your top 3, Merriman, Elby, Lammy. Click, Edens, the top 5. Then it's Hannigan and Randolph doing battle. Royer, Tucker, Grease, your top 10. Let's look at Mason Hannigan. He's got a ton of cars around him. There's contact behind him. Car spins around. Think he got it going the right way, though. Was that Royer? Royer's dropping through the field pretty fast, and that's going to bring out a caution. Was that Trevor Royer that got spun around? I believe it might have been. Let's go back and look. It was right behind Mason Hannigan. Trevor Royer on the inside there. Comes up. Yep, it was Trevor Royer. Got a little contact, got it spun around, but straightened it back out. But it did bring, oh, no, there was more than that. Up there at the top of the screen, there was way more. Was that Kevin Click? Who was that? My scoring and timing having quite the issue tonight. But so I thought it was Trevor Royer. Trevor Royer kept that car going. So it wasn't Royer. Is Rusty Kruger on pit road? No, Rusty Kruger It's not him. So not quite sure who that collision was up there. But someone clipped the outside wall and got into a pile up there at the top of the racetrack. That's what brought out your caution. I thought it was Trevor Royer. Turns out it wasn't quite him. Green flag back in the air. Cameron Merriman out on it once again. He's pulling away once again. For the rest of the field, the best thing they can kind of be wishing for is that these cautions continue. Every time a caution comes out, it brings Cameron Merriman right back to him. You can see he's already starting to check out on the field just 3-4 laps in since the last caution. Adam Elby's pulled away just a little bit from the 99 of Gregory Lammy. He's in second place, but he's fallen behind Cameron Merriman. Back here a little bit more. They're single file, not as chaotic as they were before. Top five still the same. Lammy, Click, and Edmonds. Your top five. Oh, contact back there. Was that Kendall Tucker? Is he falling back? No, Kendall Tucker's on the inside. Who was that? The 52. That was James Edens. He got into the outside wall, excuse me. Lost a couple spots. Mason Hannigan able to jump up in front of him. Kevin Click. Oh, car in the wall. That's Adam Elby. That's going to bring out the caution again. Let's go back and look. Here he is trying to run down Cameron Merriman in the second place position. Seen a couple cars jump the cushion. Is that what happened? Yes, it did. Got into that outside wall once. Does he do it again? He's good there. Out of two, gets into the wall, rides the wall, and then endos right into the wall. Looks like Newhoffen might have clipped a little bit of him as well. And then tries to spin that car back around. Not coming up when you're sitting on your driver's side door to the dirt. We'll have to bring it down pit road. Not the break we wanted to see there for Adam Elby. Reset the field. That'll give Gregory Lammy the second place position. Green flag already going to come back out. Almost halfway through our feature. Working on completing lap number 22. Cameron Merriman, your race leader, going to try a restart once again. Gregory Lammy in second. Kevin Click third. Hannigan fourth. Kendall Tucker now in fifth. Edens in sixth. Grise in seventh. Newhoffen battling there with Peyton Gray. Grise. Cars making their way around there. You see Mason Hannigan working on that low side. He's up to the number 4 position. Working to the inside, trying to get into this top 3. He's working with Kevin Click right now. While we got some time, let's go take a lap or two with how quick they go with Mason Hannigan. Here he is working that inside line, and caution back on the racetrack. So let's jump back out. Let's go see what happened. Let's get off the onboard with Mason Hannigan, just as we wanted to see how he was making that bottom line work and climbing his way up here. We got another caution on the racetrack. This time Braden Eiler possibly. Let's see if he had something going on. Oh, nope, it was up in front of him. Who was that? Adam Elby? Adam Elby already had some issues. I don't think that was Elby. No, he's on pit road. So we saw someone bring out the caution. Couldn't see exactly who it was. Eiler is on pit road right now. So we'll jump back up here to Cameron Merriman because these caution laps go so quick. We can't take an in-depth look at it too much because we don't want to miss the racing action. But while we got it, hopefully I don't jinx it this time, let's take another shot at going on board with Mason Hannigan. See if he can make his way to the front, working this bottom line as we're working on lap number 27 of 44. And you see how slow he's got to roll that car through the infield. Listen, there, burps the throttle just a little bit, almost completely off the throttle down there on that low line. He's made it work. He's up to the third spot. He's battling with Kevin Click as we ride a couple laps, and I think we're going to stop going to the onboard because every time we go to the onboard, another caution on the racetrack. Got a couple cars going down pit road. Peyton Grise is one of them. Let's see if he had something involved with this caution. Here he is in that 92 car working the bottom lane. Takes a right-hand turn and then gets clobbered from behind. So, yes, he was the reason. I got this one this time for bringing out the caution. He'll go down pit road. Well, we got a second now. Let's jump up to Cameron Merriman. Let's give you your top 10. I think they got it all set out now. Let's look at your top 10. Cameron Merriman, your race leader. Gregory Lammy in second. Kevin Click third. As soon as Mason Hannigan gets up to that top 3 spot, caution comes out. Cole Newhoffen up to the top 5. Devin Butt 6th. Kendall Tucker 7th. James Edens 8th. Alec Szerzinski 9th. And Peyton Grise in 10th. That's going to change because he's going to fall down the list here as we get back to green flag racing. We'll get that top 10 off the screen. We'll take a look at Cameron Merriman. Do we dare try once again to go on board with Mason Hannigan because he's got a good battle back here with Gregory Lammy. He's up to the 2nd spot now. And it looks like Kevin Click got into the outside wall there. Man, it is a hornet's nest back here behind Cameron Merriman. Things ramping up behind him. You got Lammy and Hannigan battling it out. Click, Newhoffen, Butts battling it out. Edens getting into battle. Car turned around. Is that going to bring out another caution? Or we're going to stay green flag racing. Now he's flipping. That'll definitely bring out a caution. And there it is. That's Devin Butts. He spun it around, and then he got taken out. Here you go. Let's take a look at it. Butts battling here with Newhoffen. Trying to look for some room. Don't know if he clipped somebody or got into somebody. Yep. Got in contact with that right rear of Kevin Click, and then I think he got clobbered by John Batista. No, that wasn't Batista. That was taking a look. Maybe Ernie Williams getting a piece of him. And then after getting into Ernie Williams, he clipped that tire there down on the inside line. That's what flipped him upside down. He's back on track. Don't know how he's going to be able to compete. Don't know if he already went down pit road or not. Got some repairs, but he's still out there. For Cameron Merriman, another caution. Let's take a look. We have a caution graphic we can throw up here. This is our 6th caution. None of the laps count under caution, but we've had 2 different leaders. We got 12 laps left to go. Cameron Merriman out front, led most of the way. And he's out front again. Mason Hannigan making that bottom line work. I knew he was had a pretty fast car. He usually shows up on big nights like tonight. He's out front and pulling away. Praying once again that another caution doesn't come out. That would be our 7th. And I know he's probably hating me right now because that's in the broadcast booth. You seem to jinx things. Merriman working on it. Here we come. This time around, he'll complete lap 37. Be 7 laps left to go for your race leader. Let's go back here and look at our podium spots. Gregory Lammy's got back around Mason Hannigan. Hannigan just trying to survive now on the podium. He's got James Edens, who's made a run up to the 3rd spot. Going around him. Is that bottom line gone away? Edens is looking fast with 5 to go. Hannigan might have issues. He's falling like a rock right now. Now he's jumped up to the top side. I think he's given up. on that bottom line. He's going to the middle now. Newhoffen going just a lane lower. 4 to go. Now coming to 3 to go. Taking a look back at the field. Top 3 look pretty scared for the time being now. They've pulled away a little bit. Nose checked out for about the 6th time. Oh, Edens got in the wall. Just as we went to switch cameras, Edens got into the wall. That gives Mason Hannigan the 3rd place spot back. So now this is going to be the battle to watch. Hannigan back on the podium. Can he hold on? Here comes Edens to the top side again. Good battle. White flag in the air. Let's take a look up at Cameron Merriman. Here he comes. He's going to take the wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw feature win here in week number 1. Lammy going to come across in 2nd, and Edens comes across in 3rd to round out week number 1 here in the Dirt Slingers 410 Outlaw Series. Let me get all 3 cars here set together. That should work right there. I'll try to stop these guys. There we go. What an exciting night that was. Cameron Merriman, obviously the class of the field, once again led almost every lap. But we had some excitement back there at the back of the pack. And let's get him in here. Your 3rd place finisher. Let's pull him up. If I can get him in the right booth. Our 3rd place finisher, James, are you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what an exciting night here at Fairbury. First question I have for you, Mason Hannigan was making that bottom line work. Did late in that race that top line start to come in a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. The reset gave a lot of moisture to the bottom early, and it was definitely good if you set up to run down there. Unfortunately, I set up for the top and just where it's going to work my way around there, and so it was a good track though for most of the part of the race. It seemed like the last 10 laps it kind of went single file on the top, but definitely one of the better Fairbury races we've had.
So I switched cameras, but I caught right at the end with about 3, maybe 4 to go. You kind of clipped that outside wall, gave Mason that 3rd place spot back. What it kind of went through your mind? How'd you regroup to get back up on the podium?
Yeah, we got some damage early, and we were just trying to hang on, and then getting into the wall there, and he got by me. I knew we were good up top, and he was probably going to stay down there, so give it all I had for 3 laps and see if we could get him at the line.
All right, is there anybody you want to thank before we send you on your way?
Yeah, I just gotta thank Speed Lab and all our sponsors: K1 Race Gear, Racing Electronics, HMS Motorsport, South Bay Partners. Everyone that lets us have some fun.
All right, thank you for joining us here tonight, James. Coming across in the 3rd place position, we'll get our 2nd place finisher, Greg Lammy, up here in the booth. Ask him a few questions. Greg, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you?
Good, pretty good. Pretty decent night. Cautions kind of got in the way of the race. What kind of went into your mind trying to change it up with all those different cautions?
I mean, this is the first time I'm racing in this series, and I knew those guys behind me were tough and strong, and my car started to slip away at the end, so those cautions were getting me a little bit nervous, if anything I could say. But we were able to hold on, be able to find a little grip in the middle there at the end, and put it on the box, which I'm pumped to be here on my first time here, and run at this level with the caliber guys that are here.
Well, that's a very good start to the first time being here. Getting 2nd place behind a guy like Cameron Merriman. Hit a very fast car tonight. At what point did you know you might not be able to catch him?
I want to say in the middle of the race when the car started going away, and Cam was still walking around the top like real clean. I thought that he had the car, and I just didn't have what it took to get to him tonight. Gonna put in some more work and do some testing with my team, and hopefully next time we can have a 40 lap car and compete for that win.
All right, we're looking forward to it. You can only go not much higher, but top of the board would be cool in your second race. Is there anybody you'd like to thank before we send you on your way tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, School Sim Racing, Tommy Brandon. He's been with me day one. Got me here. 5-6 Graphics, always making my cars look really sweet. I've got Bruce Klingon, my practice buddy. I've got Scott King Designs. He helped Edmond tonight. He did an awesome job with his photos. So I'm hoping he got some good ones tonight. TSM, Tim Smith Motorsports, and Tim Smith and them helping me get the car lined up and ready to go. And then all the guys over at Elbows Up, Shea Paulo, Braden Eiler, Billy Rowley. Those guys have been helping me out a lot lately and teaching me how to see the track so I can end up in a box like this. So thanks everybody, and you guys for doing the broadcast. Great job as always.
All right, congratulations to our second place finisher, Gregory Lamian. We'll get our race winner up here, Cameron Merriman. Cameron, are you there?
You got me.
Man, every night I'm on the broadcast, it seems like you're up here on the top of the box. What was your keys to the race tonight? What made your car so fast?
Hey, I wish you could tell me. The Fairbury is going to show up on the Pro Series calendar this coming week, and I knew that was happening. Then I came to the lovely surprise today that DSRL was coming here. I say surprise. I was not too happy about the surprise. This is one of my least favorite tracks by far on the service, and it's a bull ring and really hard to get a handle of. So I forced myself to sit down last night, kind of in a therapy session with a beer, to try and figure this place out, and turned like 150 or 200 laps and just kept messing with stuff in the setup, and nothing was really jiving with my intuition. And I finally got to a point where I said, screw it, this is what I'm gonna run. And I put it on the track tonight, and whatever happened, the other cars, the way the track wore in, I was really able to find a lot of speed, just trying something different. And really the good fortune of hitting the draw on the dash, starting up front, and then because of that, you have clear air and can choose your own line. I'm just really fortunate that I had good track position, solid real estate, and was able to keep it up front without getting into the wall.
Well, the therapy session definitely paid off big time here tonight. What does the cautions do for you? Throwing kind of maybe your rhythm off a little bit when you have 6-7 cautions in a 40-lap feature like we had tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I think me more than most, frustration is definitely a key term there. I think some people, some of the guys at the top of the service, Bergeron and co, can be a bit better at keeping their focus and understanding exactly how to hit your marks on a restart, but it's one of the things that I'm notoriously bad at. So, like I said, I was fortunate enough to come into turn one with the heat of steam, too heavy and get myself turned around and flipped over. But it is very difficult, especially at a track like this where you have to cross multiple lines to get to the line that you're running. When we hit a restart, you've really got to kind of hit that line where you're coming down the track, grabbing some moisture, and then coming back across. A lot of progressive banking, what seemed to be like seams in the track, and then obviously a lot of slick to try and nab the cushion there, and that can be really challenging. And often you don't have that when you're just out there turning laps because you're running a strict line. You're almost on railroad tracks around there. So your point's well taken that it's definitely frustrating, and it takes a lot of patience and a lot of focus. And sometimes when you get to run around caution laps, I'm getting kind of distracted, not paying so much attention, and it can bite me more often than not.
Well, congratulations. You did a great job tonight. Is there anyone you want to thank before we send you on your way?
Sure, I'd like to thank you, Dom, and Roger for putting this thing on, and you guys, obviously, in the broadcast booth. Love coming up here and chatting with you. It's always a good time to get to flesh out my thoughts and reflections on a race, so I appreciate the time you've given me. And obviously, I'd like to thank DSRL as a whole, and Wicked Energy Gum, and Wicked Cushion Esports, and just everyone that puts this thing on that makes DSRL happen. These Thursday nights are definitely one of the highlights of my week, or at least they can be. It's a good time coming out here and competing with the other drivers, so appreciate it.
All right, that is your race winner here for the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series, Cameron Merriman, taking week number 1. And that's going to wrap it up here. We'll go through the results one more time. As we hold on one second, we'll get this off the screen. We'll get our results up here. Cameron Merriman dominating the show here tonight and dominating the interview session. He always poses a good interview there at the end of a race. Probably helps a little bit when you're on the podium almost every time. But Gregory Lamy in second, James Edens in third. Mason Hannigan drove up to the 4th spot. Kevin Click in 5th. Cole Newhoffen in 6th, John Batista 7th, Josh Stanky 8th, Kendall Tucker 9th, and Braden Eiler will wrap out the top 10. Trevor Royer 11th, Ernie Williams Jr. in 12th, Eric Coyle 13th, Zach Browns 14th, Jason Randolph 15th, Devin Butts in 16th, 17th, Adam Elby, 4 laps down, Peyton Grease in 18th, 19th, Nathan Davis, and in 20th, Rusty Kruger. That'll wrap up our first week here for the 410 Outlaw Series. I had a few technical difficulties just having my mic muted at the start, but quick night, fast night, exciting night. Congrats to our top 3. Looking forward to next week. I know Roger's got some races Sunday night, so come back onto the Dirt Racing Network, check it out. And if not, we're once again back with our DRSL races Monday night. So come check it out. Things will be a little bit smoother on my end. Every race is going to get better, hopefully. And thank you for watching once again. And good night, everyone.